107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
107.5 WBLS. Oh, man, we are broadcasting live from the Disney Dreamers Academy. Walt Disney World is the place. And let me tell you something. Before this brother walked up to the microphone, his suit spoke louder.
It was talking?
You know, it was talking, honey. I want to be real quiet right now. Let's see if we can hear the suit talking.
Baby, baby.
Rushion McDonald, executive producer of the Steve Harvey Everything.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just going to cover all.
I appreciate that compliment.
Yes, that is a wonderful compliment. I mean,
New York City should know me. I've been up there
they
since
know you.
2005.
yeah, and you love New York.
I'll tell you something. New York, I lived, when I used to do stand-up, I lived at 86 and First.
Really?
And then when we came back in 2005, I lived at 39th and First.
Okay.
And so I've been all over New York. The London Hotel is my favorite hotel.
You was making a pretty penny living downtown
Come
like
on, now,
that.
I'm tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about me and goals, and people should listen when I talk like this. I operate my success on goals and opportunities. Okay, when I first moved to New York, I lived in a hospice. You know what I'm saying? So everybody shared the same shower. This was in '88.
Okay.
And I remember out my window, I can remember a guy getting beat up. Right, I looked out my window and he was getting beat up, and I looked back in so he wouldn't see me and come up in my room and beat me up. And so I made a commitment to myself that, and then I eventually moved to Los Angeles in 1990.
Okay.
And I said that every time I come back to New York, my lifestyle will change. And then I eventually said that I will not come to New York unless somebody drive me around.
Right.
And I'm not talking about cabs.
Right.
I'm talking about driving me around with car service.
Yeah.
And then when I did Def Jam in '92, that was the first time I came back and I had car service.
Oh.
They picked me up, took me to a hotel. I did Def Jam with. I was up there with Bernie Mac. I was up there with, of course, Dave Chappelle.
Right.
My boy. Chris Tucker,
Right.
and all that. We all did Def Jam together back then.
You know, that's the wonderful common denominator here at the Dreamers Academy is that everybody started with a dream.
Absolutely.
You know, just talking to Princeton, and he was talking about his 6 years
Absolutely.
here at the Dreamers Academy. And when you take us back to the time when, you know, you were on your grind,
Yes.
on the come up, and I'm glad that New York was a part of that.
Well, I'm gonna just tell you this: you're constantly on your grind.
Yeah.
And I tell this to everybody is that, you know, I'm a success, but I'm a working success.
Right.
Okay, this is not Bill Gates
No.
sitting in front of you.
Right.
Okay, Bill Gates making money sleeping. Rushion has to physically be in motion to make his money.
You got to wake
and
up.
a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
But from an entrepreneurial standpoint, you can make money sleeping. And so by creating a staff that you can trust, and you don't have to show up to work all the time, or you can take vacation. That's how you make money sleeping and enjoying your life. And so that's where I'm at in my life right now. I'm in my life creating opportunities. That's why I do that Money Making Conversations on Monday on my Facebook page, the Rushion McDonald, and because it gives people an opportunity to speak to me for free, and I'll respond accordingly because I do it live for 1 hour every Monday called Money Making Conversations.
Now, go ahead and spell your first name because you know some people going to mess it up.
No problem. No, because they call me Rashad, Rashid. You know, it's Rushion. That's Rushion. That's
There you go.
Rushion. Last name McDonald. Go to my Facebook page. I'm always baking.
Right.
I'm always putting up motivational cards. I'm always there for you as a person.
Yeah.
I'm there to inspire you to be great, but I'm also inspire you to open your eyes to opportunity. Because so many people that I've learned allow themselves to be defeated because they don't take advantage of the opportunity.
Right. And I see an opportunity to bake has now made itself available to you. You were just telling me about monkey bread and how New York is somehow connected to you making monkey bread. Tell us the story.
I'll just tell you this.
First of all, what is monkey bread, Rushion?
Monkey bread is biscuits.
Okay.
It's biscuits. In my case, it's biscuits, brown sugar, pecans, ground cinnamon, and bananas.
Oh,
With-
okay.
With brown sugar layered on top. And that gives you that sauce that I want to do. But I also take it next level. I make a banana Foster sauce with bananas, brown sugar, and butter, and then I flame it with that 151 rum, 151 grain alcohol.
And you walk away flaming. Yes, indeed. But now, you know, you said that you tasted for the first time on 118th Street at the Cecil.
They drove me crazy. A friend of mine, Nina Taylor. She's down. She's an executive for Furnished Quarters.
Okay.
And she lives in Harlem. Which, you know, I always tell people, Harlem ain't the Harlem of 1988, Now Harlem a little bit different. People
Right,
walk
a
around
little
at
bit
2 a.m.
different
People
now.
walk around
Right.
2 a.m.
Right.
with their dog. You catch yellow cab, Uber stops for you in Harlem. So
No, no.
whenever people talk about they doing black events in
Right.
Harlem, I go, they lying. You don't do black events in Harlem no more. Do white events in Harlem
Yeah.
now, and that's good because
Yeah.
I mean property value goes up, and
Mhm.
that means that the lifestyle for people who live there so long is a blessing now.
Right.
But Cecil has the best brunch on the weekend. It's fantastic. They have fantastic monkey bread, and that inspired me to make my own version,
Right.
which is brown sugared monkey breads. And I have an app under Perfect Bake where I have over 30 recipes from baked banana pudding
Okay.
to cheesecake to
I see.
a peach cobbler to cherry pies to raisin bread pudding to madeleines, lemon strawberry and banana madeleines, and you can go in there and I can tell you how to make using my Perfect Bake Pro
Right.
scale,
Mhm.
and I use no measuring cups and no measuring spoons, and it's amazing. And I enjoy
Like
life.
how Mama used to cook.
I enjoy life. I really
And
enjoy
and
life.
leave it up to Rashawn to give you the recipe for the drunk monkey bread. That's what you should have named it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. You're absolutely right. The flaming is optional. The
Oh, is
flaming
it?
bread- No. You
Okay.
can just do the monkey bread, but I have
Right,
a
right.
sauce made in a
To
separate
make it the
recipe.
drunk monkey
Because
bread.
if you mess around there and flame and drunk at the same time, that's a 911.
Absolutely. Well, we hope that you will go to Rushion McDonald
Facebook page.
Facebook page.
Hey, I was just going through this. Neighborhood Awards tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Spectacular. That's my executive producer. I created that with Steve Harvey.
Let me
The
tell you
Neighborhood
something.
Awards.
That lineup this
come on,
year.
Now, come on, one more time.
Let me tell you.
You about to
You
kick
wanna
me up
talk
there.
about flaming?
You about to kick me up there.
You want to talk
about
about
to kick me up there.
flaming? You got Jill Scott. You got Maxwell. You got
Come
who
on,
else
Charlie
is
Wilson.
on there?
Charlie
Wilson.
Come on
Uncle
now.
Charlie.
OJs. Come
The
on now.
OJs.
Come on now.
Come on.
Dougie Fresh. Come on.
Dougie
Keith
Fresh.
Sweat. Come on now, girl.
Keep it going.
Got our
And-
homeboy Steve Harvey.
Making a special appearance, drunk monkey bread. All happening
Yes, ma'am.
at
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Neighborhood Awards. You are phenomenal. You and
Thank you.
Steve, it was a match made in heaven.
You know,
You know.
years from now we'll look back, and we have made history. You know, he's the first African American to ever win an Emmy as a game show host.
Mm-hmm.
He's living his dream. I'm living my dream. I don't manage him anymore. I just can't travel like that.
Yeah.
And I'm doing some things like the Money Making Conversation, creating my own TV shows, and I'm enjoying baking, and I'm enjoying sharing people my position in my life,
Mhm.
as well as my position in what we built together. You
Right.
know, and we built something that is amazing. I look back and I told him the other day, I said, dude, you famous. Dude, you are famous.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when we did radio in LA, my goal with Steve was, I told Steve, he said, what's your goal? I said, I don't want to be two old black men in Hollywood struggling to audition. I said, I want to control our voice.
Right.
And he said, okay, let's do this. And he trusted me to get him into the position, and now he's smart enough to take advantage of it, and I
Yes.
love him for that.
And promise me something. Promise me that you'll bring all this money-making conversation once again to the Circle of Sisters this year, because I think you can definitely pour into the spirit of so many.
It was amazing. I'm gonna tell you, short stories when we get off the air, is that when Skip and Corin invited me to do
Money-making conversation?
there,
Yeah.
I followed a panel that had Wendy Raquel Robinson on it, had Richard Roundtree, had Malcolm Jamal Warner.
I remember that panel, right.
And I looked at I said, y'all got me in this room. I expected a little bit of side room. I said, y'all got me in this room. And it was packed, you know. I went. And the whole time I was just praying that, wasn't a massive walkout.
Right.
Yeah, who is Rushion? We out here. And they stayed, and people came in, and I couldn't walk the floor. And I'm
Right.
going to just tell you something. If you've never been to Circle of Sisters,
Yeah.
please put it on your calendar. An amazing event. Y'all do an amazing job of production. Believe me, take it from a guy who produces big events.
Right.
You guys appeal to the people, and I will be back.
Yes.
I love it. Corin said, are you gonna bake too? All I know is I'm talking about how you can be successful.
You should do that
and
this
making
year.
money.
Maybe we can get some
But,
drunk monkey bread up and through there.
It's Madeline's. I make these black people realize that, hey, baking like a man.
Well, you know what? I am so glad, as a Harlem girl, born and raised, that Harlem played an intricate part in your growth. And it brings me great pleasure to be here to watch how you now feed into the lives of these kids at the Disney Dreamers Academy.
And
now,
our ninth year.
yeah, and phenomenal growth. When you look at a person like Princeton Parker, who has graduated from high school, graduated from college, still doing his thing and still pouring into the lives of others.
A brilliant
That's
young
you.
man. A brilliant young man.
Yeah.
And I would tell you this about Disney: Steve nor I put up a dime. This is 100% funded by Disney World.
Yeah.
And so it's from day one. They never asked us for any money.
Right.
They asked us to help them brand it and promote it and give people an opportunity to live their dreams. And people like Princeton, he's only one example of kids who have been successful through this program.
Right.
We've been doing this 9 years. Next year will be our 10th year, and we expect that to be spectacular. But it's because of radio stations like WBLS that allow us to spread the word and also hopefully convince parents to tell their kids to try.
Right.
I hate people. Well, I never get it. Just try,
Right.
please.
You never know.
And that's all. That's all.
right.
We fly you in on Thursday,
Yep.
fly you back on Sunday. These kids eat, they learn, they meet, they're mentored, they meet people who can help them fulfill their dreams.
Right.
It's an amazing process, and Disney makes it happen. And I'm gonna just tell you this about Disney: is that it's a very welcoming property. They welcome everybody. And that's part of the dream process.
I think there's a welcoming college that you have to go to when you work here at Disney, because everybody
though?
is on
Welcome
the
home.
same. Yes,
Welcome home.
everybody's just happy to be here. As happy as I am to sit here and
You
talk
look
to you.
fantastic, by the way.
And
Well,
thank you. I
had
had to.
So you have to say that on air. See, off air, girl, you look good. No, on air, I'm telling you, you look fantastic.
God bless you for that. Thank you
you.
so much. 107.5 WBLS.